Well, good evening, everyone. Good afternoon or evening, wherever you are. It is 12:30 p.m. here in Kentucky. So that means we are live, real deal live. Hello, Terry. Hello, Paul. Good to see you all in here. Waiting for my guest to pop up, Mr. Barry Chalk. Going to have a good little time today. Uh, I'm sitting outside on the porch right now. It is hot, very hot. Uh, I'm not sure what the temperature would be in Celsius, but it is currently 96 degrees here in Kentucky, and the heat index is supposed to get up to like 104, 105 degrees, so that's hot. Terry, it's good to see you, hon. Good to see you, Paul. Still awaiting my guest, Barry. Hello, Troy. Nice to have you on here. We shall get started shortly as soon as Barry pops in. Hello, Chris.
What's up, bud?
Hey, buddy. My neighbor. Uh, Chris Shibbick in the house. Barry, if you're on here listening or lurking in the corners, uh, just hit the guest button. Hello, Troy, fellow Kentuckian. That's right, brother. We need to talk and see where we're both located and try to get together, do some fishing, magnet fishing. Finders keepers. Hello, Grant. I am going to get on my other phone and see where Barry might be. So give me just a second. I'll carry you with me. Uh, yes, please hit that thumbs up, brother. I appreciate that, Troy. Try to get us in the algorithms. I'm walking around without my cane, and I don't want to fall, so I got to go grab my cane first. There we go. Back to normal. Try to get in the house. If you hear my dog barking, she's a little grumpy today. I don't know why. Barking all the time, every few minutes. Good little watchdog she is. There she goes. My little Chihuahua Bichon Frise mix. She'll probably be up in my lap or on my shoulder one here before long. Oh, let me grab the other phone and see where Mr. Barry is. Oh, there he is. He's in the guest house. We're going to bring up Barry Chalk, my brother from the UK. Hello, Barry. Wait a minute. I did something wrong here. Add to stage.
Yeah,
There we go. Had a little technical difficulty there.
so did I. I couldn't figure out what button to push.
That's my problem. I was trying to figure out what button to push. So, how are you feeling, brother? First and foremost.
A lot more better. We had the case of the norovirus go straight through the house, so
Oh man,
ill with vomiting and diarrhea and stuff like this. So it was bad, but yeah, we've all got through it now.
well, so, good. I'm glad to hear that, brother. We got a fellow Kentuckian in here. His name is Troy Price.
Welcome, everyone.
Terry, Paul, and Chris. Who else was in here? I missed somebody. Oh, Grant is in here from Finders Keepers.
Yeah, I can't see the chat, so
Yeah, I finally figured out how to get the chat up on this one, and I wasn't sure if that was right or not. But I'll try to keep up with the chat as best as possible. Says we got 7 people in here. Hit that thumbs up if y'all don't mind. I really appreciate it.
yeah. And before anyone asks, it is water, ice water.
Yeah, that's all, you know what? That's all I've been drinking as well. For the last, oh God, I guess since I've been sick, since I was sick back in the hospital, back in February. But today I'm drinking a cold glass of tea.
That's all I drink is water. So
Yeah, me too. And it really does help with the diabetes for me anyway. Uh, I've been tending to get my diabetes has been becoming a little low. The sugar uh, numbers have been running low, so I've got to have something to kind of build it back up a little bit too.
yeah, it's funny, really, isn't it? With the diabetes and stuff like that, it's just it's a nightmare because I'm obviously on metformin myself for it, so it's you got to watch what you eat, you got to keep checking your sugar. It's a nightmare.
Yeah, it really is. Luckily, my doctor prescribed something called Dexcom 7, and I don't have to do the finger sticks anymore. I've got an automatic readout. Let me see where I bet I'm around 130 something right now because I just started drinking tea. Let's see what I'm at.
Was that 1 bag, 2 bag, 3 bag, 4 bags a time?
Yeah, it's 141 right now. So I'm back to being a little high, but it'll go down here. It'll go down here shortly once I take my midday medication.
Well, anything's better than that medication that you were on.
Oh my God! Yeah, that Ozempic. That Ozempic is just about done me in. It almost killed me. It really did. Hello, Roger, Magnet Mom and Dad.
Guys, everyone, thank you for joining, guys. Hit that thumbs up for us, please. That would be brilliant of you.
Absolutely. Barry, you're starting to do a lot more stuff nowadays.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be doing magnet fishing again. I'm going back to that. See, the magnets have been a bit of a temporary situation with us because we've had one magnet between both of us, and it's just gone a bit wrong. So Byron's now got himself the Beast Extreme. He bought himself that. So I've got I still got the Magnetar, the Terror at the minute, which I'll be using for a little bit, and then I'll be getting one from Kratos because I don't know if anyone knows I'm now affiliated with Kratos, which is amazing. Yeah. Really great people, they really are. So I'm going to be showing that out soon, and I've got a 3-part video coming up next week.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that. I'm so happy that you decided to join Kratos. I tell you what, there's nobody. I won't talk about anybody else's magnets, what they have, because they all do the same thing, don't they?
Yeah, they all do. Yeah.
Here's the difference. Benny from Kratos is a hands-on type of person, and he and his wife, and even his daughter, are the ones that put the magnet in the box. They put the stickers and everything. They do everything hands-on, and they're the ones that mail it out. They don't. It's a traditional mom and pop company, but their magnets are crazy strong.
I mean, I've had different magnets, as if anyone's watched all my videos, they'll know that I've had all different kind of magnets. I've never found fault with any of the magnets. They've all done what they've had to do, and some of the stuff we found is amazing. You know what I mean? With different magnets, so it's all good. It really is. I've never had a problem with any other magnets, but like I said, we're just getting back into it now, so it is what it is. So it's brilliant. Now we're getting there. So
Yeah, I know you're taking some time off from it, doing some other things. The one thing that you're doing that I'm really tickled about is the foxes.
yeah, I got another one coming up next week with that. So I've just got to edit it and get it sorted out.
For those that don't,
Resident Fox, it's had over 1,000 views on YouTube.
yeah, for those that don't know, we're talking to a fox whisperer. He and his wife Lisa do videos with wild foxes that come into their yard, and they hand feed them.
Yep.
It's amazing. Hello, Buzz.
It all started off with this one little fox. It was sitting in the garden across the road from us, and it was just sitting there staring at us. So we thought, well, okay, don't know what's wrong with it. So we just started throwing it a bit of food every now and then. And it just got to a point where now we feed it every single day, and we can actually hand feed it as well. So it's the stage. I mean, everyone's seen it with that was on my new GoPro the first video I've ever done on my GoPro that I put on there. So that's quite a good one for a close up of the fox on there.
Yeah, it's totally amazing. For those that don't know, Barry was sharing pictures and videos of the foxes with me and my wife, and it took some convincing, but finally convinced him to, share it with the world. I mean, I've got so many wildlife pages in my groups that I have that they're bound to love it. And man, his video just took off.
Yeah.
And it's so amazing just to sit there and watch him put his hand out and the fox come up and take the food.
I mean, it's this good. I mean, even my 6-year-old daughter and my 9-year-old son, they've even hand fed the fox as well. They've just got a sausage, held it out like that, and it took it from it. So it took them from it. So that's how trusting the fox is to us.
Yeah, and it's just amazing to me, and I know to a lot of people out there that the wildlife. See, that's the thing with the magnet fishing, isn't it? We're trying to protect the wildlife, and we're trying to get out in nature. But while you was not magnet fishing, nature was coming to you.
Exactly. I had to get the video just right because obviously it's set outside my house. I couldn't put a location. Do you know what I mean? So I had to get it just right on the bush. But hey, it just loves it. It just keeps coming back. We feed it every day now. So
right.
It comes to steak. If it wants steak, it ain't having that.
Let's see here. Busby said, "Good to see everybody across the pond." He is in Arkansas, USA, which is probably about, I say, 8 or 9 hours from me. We got to meet Busby down in Nashville, and I know he won't mind me saying this just as well as you don't. Us disabled people have to stick together. And I know Busby won't mind me saying this, but you watch his channel. Busby's in a wheelchair, and man, he does some pretty amazing stuff too. He's funny. He's funny as can be.
I mean,
and
just goes to show there's no limits at the end of the day. You can't be put a limit on you, and people just do what they got to do.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted to do this live. I had told Benny from Kratos back when we first got together that I want to show people around the world that disabled people are just as able as anybody else is. That's why, I mean, there's nothing going to stop me from doing what I do. I'm like, I mean, I may have to get on my hands and knees and crawl,
Sit in a
which
room.
I do, which I do, uh, to get to where I want to go. But I'm going to get there.
Yeah.
Uh, and that's the thing about it. And Shannon, she's amazing. That girl will go anywhere, and do anything as long as I'm there with her.
Well, that's the thing. You both do amazing stuff. What you do, you're not just there on the bank just throwing magnet. That's it. You'll get in the bank. You'll climb down the bank. The pair of you, the water. You will actually take the challenges as they come, which is what it's about at the end of the day. And there's no, like I just said, there's no restrictions holding you back. You just do what you do, even though
Yeah.
despite the disabilities, it's brilliant what you guys do.
Well, I appreciate that, and I love what you do too. You're also doing what's may not be known to a lot of people on here. I'm not sure, but you all do some dumpster diving,
Yes.
and I don't know if you've got those last two items you found with you, but
I can ask someone to get them.
okay, just whenever you get a chance.
Yeah, when someone pops out, I'll cut them, but I can get them.
But you know, he opened up some new doors to me and Shannon because we're going to start doing some as well. A lot of these stores just throw away brand new items that are good, and
find it's amazing what you find. It really is. You can get something broken worth nothing to no one, and it's like, oh, leave it. And then you can get something that's worth over £100 easy.
Yeah.
You know, they've got no idea of, oh well, what if, or I will keep this, or this might sell, or whatever. It's just look at it, no, chuck it. And it's ridiculous the stuff that the people find in these dumpster divings. It really is. I've found everything from general kids' toys to antiques to jewellery, even stuff that's from different countries as well, from America, things like that. I find all sorts of stuff that people just chucked away, and it's ridiculous what they do. It really is.
yeah, I mean, I really don't understand the whole process. I mean, I know they can't resell it after it's been broken out of the package or anything, but hell, Goodwill takes things all the time, you know.
Mm.
And Kingfisher is in the house. Stuart, he said, "What are the laws on dumpster diving?" I'm supposing you just ask permission.
Well, over here, it is basically you have got to have permission, because it's still if you don't, basically it's theft, and then obviously that carries a heavy sentence just by theft. If you've got to get permission, some places will say, yeah, that's not a problem, you can go straight and do it, but be careful, because if you cut yourself or get stabbed by something, it's on your own head at the end of the day, because you're the one that's going through the bin.
Right.
Some people will say, okay, I don't mind it, but if anyone says anything to you, we're going to say we didn't know you were doing it. So you still get permission, but they turn around to cover their own backs. Basically, they say we're going to deny any responsibility if you get caught, and then some straight out, no, you're not allowed to. So
yeah,
I mean, I was to one place and I had a load of bags out of there, like black bags full of rubbish. Well, it wasn't rubbish, but it was all sorts of stuff. And they said, yeah, take it. You're helping us out. So I took it. And then the next day I went back there and they said, right, we can't let you do it no more. You're going to have to stop now. I said, that's not a problem at all. So, you know what I mean? That's how it goes.
Yeah. Well, you know, I guess the laws are pretty much the same here. You know, you ask permission. It's just like metal detecting or mudlarking. If you're on somebody's private land, you go ask permission, right?
Yeah.
You know, or if you're urbexing or whatever you're doing, you know, you just got to ask permission. I learned that the hard way when we was urbexing. That's why we no longer urbex. It could have turned out to be a bad situation. Everybody
Yeah,
on.
sorry, I'm like, you know, my cupboard. Yeah, in the corner there. Yeah. You'll see two things. One's got a Batman. The other's got any. Can you grab me those two little bits? Yeah, sorry.
No, you're okay. But everybody that knows me knows that I conceal carry, and that almost turned into a bad situation because they scared us really bad,
Yeah.
and they also concealed carry. Uh, so it almost turned into a very bad situation. That's why we just stopped doing that completely. Uh, it's not worth the outcome, I guess, is what I'm looking at. What I'm trying to say.
I'd like to do something like that, but the only trouble is for me, it's because I'm obviously I disability with my legs. I can't actually do that kind of thing. You know what I mean? I'll go out places, I'll film whatever. You know what I mean? But when it comes to like proper urbex and like all of the tissue buildings and all that, like, which I'd love to do, I can't do it because I'm not the stableness and things on the floor and all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? It's just awkward for me to do it.
Right. Well, I was going in places and I was using my cane. It's no longer safe for me to do that either because I need my walker to go in places, and I just don't want to have to pick up my walker around, move around stuff, and it's too dangerous for me personally to do that anymore with my physical condition as well.
Yeah.
I mean, I could do it, but I don't want to take a chance on falling and hurting myself and being somewhere I shouldn't be.
Well, that's what I've got with my my walking stick. I've got two sticks. One with like just a normal walking stick, but the other one's got like three legs on the bottom of it that come out. That's the one that I do all my magnet fishing with and all that, because I've got the extra balance, basically. It's not much, but it does help out quite a bit.
Yeah. I tell you what, Barry, the canes and the walkers have opened up just a whole new world to me. I've got one, two, I've got like 3 or 4 walkers now, and they all serve different purposes. I've got one I take out with me to just go out to dinner or go out somewhere. It's clean and nice. The other 2 or 3 are kind of manky and muddy and everything else. Because, well, I mean, I don't know if anybody's seen that video that we put out today. Came out at 11 o'clock, but where we were, we had to climb down probably a 10 or 15 foot bank.
Oh, blimey.
And it was just nothing but mud, and so here we are. I'm sliding down on my butt, getting down there. Shannon is climbing down, and it's where we fish at. It takes some getting to it. Hello, Annie B. Good to see you, honey.
Hello, Annie B.
I'm sorry if I missed anybody in the chat. I get to talking and I forget about the chat sometimes.
All right.
Busby said there's not enough hand sanitizer in the world for him to get into a dumpster there. Yeah, you got to be careful with that. It's not the people that leave stuff about afterwards that ruin it for others. That's true, Busby.
Yeah, that's one thing. When I did about dumpster diving, I'm always proud on leaving it clean and tidy. So then that way they can't say, "Oh, you left it in a mess," and then you can't go back. So you know what I mean. But these are the you were talking about just a second ago. Well, there's one.
Yes, that's awesome.
That's Batman. Obviously, it's a belt buckle.
Man, that is amazing. Why would anybody throw that away?
Right. There was that. I know that it was ridiculous. And there's the other one.
Amazing.
Big Eagle, another belt buckle. I mean, it hasn't got the backing bit, but it's still.
I mean, those are beautiful. To me, that's artwork. I love things like that. I want to show you. I don't know if I showed you this or not, Barry, and I probably haven't showed it on my live in a while, anyway. But one of the first knives that I got, if I can get this open one-handed here, and if I can find it in this mess, I want to show it. Yeah, here it is. I think I showed it to you before.
Yes. Yeah,
For those, yeah, it's my Batman knife. Now I don't think it's legal to have this in England, but over
only
here the laws are a little different.
yeah, we're only allowed up to a certain length, and it can't be a lock.
Well, this is a lock blade knife. It's like a batarang, boomerang Batman knife.
That's nice.
And that was one of the very first knives that we found.
That's mad.
Yeah, it's in great condition. Nothing really wrong with it. Except that there's a couple places where the finish is knocked off on the side right there.
That's mad.
So
Really nice.
Yeah, and I know that it was probably used for nefarious reasons. Because this is not a fishing knife for sure.
Yeah, if it ends up in a river for some unknown reason, there's a reason.
Yeah, absolutely. But I wanted to show that I haven't showed that one in a while on here. Annie B says that's why she uses a walker with brakes and a seat. Me too, Annie. Me too. Switchblade knives are illegal in some states here. Depending on how you classify a switchblade knife.
Places it's illegal to have if you take it outside your own home. I mean, some places it's okay to keep in your home, but taking it outside, and that's when the problems start.
Yeah. Now the switchblades that Busby is talking about is the one where you push the button and the blade comes out. These are flick knives. This right here, like this, that's a flick knife. You got to press down on the side, and it comes out. That's one of my favorite knives. I collect knives as well. This one was not found. This one was a gift, actually. But yeah, you found that in the dumpster, man, and I know you found electronics. You found numerous things.
I found everything from broken toys up to electronics. I've had jewelry. I've had bits like that, like I just showed you, things like that, and it's amazing. I mean, one time I actually went through a bag and found some jewelry, and got back, separated up, had a look, and there was a bit of gold in there. So what I did was I pulled all the gold out, separated, weighed it in. It came to a nice little bit. When I weighed it in, I thought, oh, bloody hell. Well, I'll be honest with you, it came to about £270.
Oh, wow.
But I gave half of that back to the company where I went to get the stuff out from. So I said, listen, I found jewelry. I said, there was a bit of gold in here. You gave it to me, obviously. He said, okay. He said, yeah, we gave whatever you have. You obviously, we gave to you. I said, yeah. I said, here's half of whatever it was. He goes, thank you very much, much appreciated. And what they did was they put it in a charity box.
Well, see, that's a good thing right there. That's because around here, if you found something like that and you try to take back half the money, they would want all of it probably around here.
No, I'll get on well with the people that I go around the dumpster diving with, and they just put it straight in the charity box. That's the way. I mean, I'm honest with people at the end of the day, so
yeah,
it keeps the relationship going with you and that person. They know, if you find something good, he'll own up and he'll come and tell us, and also I get stuff that's half decent, basically.
Absolutely. Uh, Now you also do, besides the dumpster diving and the magnet fishing, you also do a bit of urbexing, which I love. I love watching that stuff. Uh, you have taken us to cathedrals.
Yep.
You've taken us to historic places.
The world's smallest graveyard as well.
Yeah, world's smallest graveyard.
That's mad, that one.
Yeah, it really is.
Story though, unfortunately, with that, those graves are the last of the graves that was left there after they demolished the whole church, the graveyard. They exhumed all the people that was there and relocated them, and then they built bungalows all on top of it all.
See, that's mental. That's crazy. What do you say, Andy? We got Andy in here as well, Andy Bannister. Yeah, I find that I've got to tell you something that I haven't said on here yet. We made a find a few days ago in a part of the creek that we haven't really fished before. And I mentioned it on the video that it's not coming out till probably September, but there's a cemetery right there by the creek, and it also happens to be the cemetery where my mom and dad are buried at.
All right.
So when I go to that creek, it kind of, I mean, their bodies are there, but I know that they're not there, but it just kind of makes me feel a little bit closer to them.
Yeah.
Well, we found something in the creek that someone put. What it is basically is a grave marker. It's like an aluminum with metal rod sticking to it. It's a grave marker that dates from 1877 to 1904. So I've been trying to contact the cemetery. I want to make sure that they get it back. We're going to clean it up. It's been in there. It's been in there for years. Now what I'm saying is the date on it is 1877 to 1904. That doesn't mean that the article that the grave marker is that old. It means that is a modern grave marker that was put there, after this person had died, and somehow or another it ended up in the creek, which I don't believe it could have washed down. I believe somebody went over there and probably took a bunch of them and threw them in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get it cleaned up, and I've been trying to reach the people there, but they're only there on certain days of the week. And we're going to take that grave marker back to them, because that means something to somebody.
Yeah. The heritage of the place, part of the place at the end of the day, and there is something that's missing something, and they can give it back. You can do.
Right. It doesn't belong in the creek, and it doesn't belong here at my house. We have found urn tops, tops to urns.
Yeah.
We have found the urns itself without the tops, and it's kind of disturbing.
Can be with the stuff like that. It can be. It's it's been used. It should have been on someone's place of rest at the end of the day, and it's just somewhere else.
Yeah, and I was kind of shocked that grave marker came up between my magnet and a gas cap. It was stuck between my magnet and the gas cap, and I was like, whoa. Then it just, I'm glad I rescued it, but on the same time, that's somebody's personal effects, I guess is what I want to say. It doesn't belong to me. It doesn't belong to the creek. It belongs to the person that originally had it, and I want to make sure that they get it back.
That's the best way to be. It's the same with magnet fishing. If you find something that you can get returned to, it's brilliant. But 99% of the stuff that you get, you can't be returned. You know what I mean? You keep it for the artifacts for yourself. You know what I mean? But if there is just that one possibility, like, I mean, I've seen other people, YouTubers, they found like dog tags and things like that. They've managed to get the name up and they managed to get it back. You know what I mean? Things like that to the families. And that's just brilliant. That really is.
Yeah, yeah, it truly is. Let's see. Busby said vandals are so disrespectful. I agree, Busby. I don't have any tolerance for vandals. I made it pretty clear that I absolute hate graffiti in places, especially around where we fish at, because it's a landmark. It's a historic landmark, but they still do it. Andy Bannister says we will be over, just waiting for Claire's Paris passport to come from the passport office. Andy, Claire, and Jack from Kingfisher Magneters are coming over to the States.
Right.
So we'll get to see them when they come. Excuse me. No, Busby, that's not the first time they've been to the States. They've been here before, I think. I'm pretty sure. Andy's got family that lives in Alabama, I believe. Alabama or Kentucky, one. But yeah, like we was talking about, I got something the other day because a lot of the places where we fish at, we can't get to now because of all the growth and everything. Well, let me show you what we got a few days ago. Well, actually, a couple weeks ago.
Hey, that's all right, isn't it?
You see the blades?
Yeah, that'll do the trick.
$10,000 RPM. That's mental. That's crazy.
No matter
Yeah,
how knock all that brush back, you're still going to get your magnet stuck in a tree.
I promise you, it will be in the tree, no matter what. Shannon can't stay out of the trees, and here lately, that's all I've been doing is landing in trees. But we're going to. Well, actually, today I'm going down to the graveyard. My mom and dad. Let me just put this out there. My mom and dad hated flowers. Absolutely hate flowers. And they told my brother and my sister and me that they don't want any flowers at their funeral. Well, that got thrown by the wayside. Everybody sent flowers. But they also said they don't want any flowers or bushes or anything next to their headstone. Well, somebody has planted flowers next to my mom and dad's headstone. Well, guess what? Guess what old George is going to do today?
Get them back up. If your mum and dad's wishing not to have them there, then obviously you got to go by that. You know what I mean? So,
you know, they weren't flower people. They didn't like them. Mom was allergic to them. And somebody had put them there. I mean, you know, mom's been dead for 5 years, 6 years. Dad's been dead since 2010. And somebody put them there back then, you know, and my brother and myself would
Go there a couple times a year and cut them down, or not really cut them down. We used to use a machete, but this time I'm taking them down to the dirt, and hopefully they won't come back.
Can do when you pull them out.
Yeah, and I know people do it just because they think that people love them and they're trying to do the right thing, but that's, they should have asked somebody first.
So,
I know I sound bitter about it, but I'm not being bitter. I just,
your parents wish at the end of the day, and that's yeah.
Let's see. Busby says we have more flowers than I want here at the property. Now, see, I'm different. I love flowers.
You should see my garden. At the minute, I'm sitting here. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Plus that 9, 10. At the minute, I've got 10 flower pots around me. Oh, 11. 11 flower pots around me, all with flowers all in them.
You see, I'm different. My mom and dad hated them. I love them. I absolutely love flowers. And so does Shannon. But, and again, I'm not trying to sound bitter or mad or anything, but they should have asked somebody first before they planted it on somebody's headstone. Andy said, "How's that lovely Shannon, George?" Shannon is actually taking a nap right now. She's got to go to her aunt's, and when she goes to her aunt's house, they put her to work. So she's resting up for that. Busby said we have 12 different varieties of flowers here, all over in honeysuckle bushes.
Oh, we've just got so many around here. We've got lavender, we got all sorts of stuff all around here.
Now, I was going to ask you, Barry.
Plus, we got this one that grows up the fence as well, and we put like an arch over, and it's growing over the arch, and it's got white flowers all coming through that as well, and it's everywhere. It's all good though.
Absolutely.
Garden, you've seen the flowers that's already in there anyway.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful. It's gorgeous. You need to see Stewart's garden as well, from Kingfishers. He just got done doing some bamboo work around there, and also Roger's got a lovely garden. Annie B says George loves butterflies too. I absolutely adore butterflies.
Yeah, we've got
butterflies are my favorite. Next to big.
Neighbour's got one of those butterfly trees, which got
really
comes out, and the butterflies just go straight towards it when it's fully bloomed out. It's absolutely beautiful, the amount of butterflies they get on that.
That's crazy. I actually saw my first blue butterfly last year. That was the first blue one I've ever seen, and I love them. I think they're just gorgeous, awesome. Just shows what God can do with His paintbrush.
Oh yes.
Let's see. Kingfisher says, "If Shannon is having a nap, can I pop over? I love my Shannon." Stuart, we're gonna have to have a talk, son. I tell you what, I might trade you Shannon for that shed you have. Now, you'll have to bring the shed over when you come, Stuart. Then we might be able to talk. And you're gonna have to throw in a couple Temu orders as well, Stuart. My boy Stuart, he loves some Temu, man. He's done some videos on his. He's got another channel besides Kingfishers. He's got one called Flying Solo with Kingfisher, and he does all kinds of stuff on there. He's done a couple of unboxing of Temu orders that's been pretty cool.
Yeah,
let's see.
That GoPro. So but which is going to be really put to use next week. Really, it's I've got a little adapter thing. What it is it goes into my iPhone, and then I can put the SD cards into that, and you can download it onto your phone. So because I do everything on my phone, use other SD cards, put it onto that, and then put it onto my YouTube channel or whatever I want to do it that way. So
That's crazy, man. I've seen the videos with that new GoPro, and I absolutely love the gimbal.
the gimbal, that's brilliant for me. That really is. I mean, because obviously, like I said, I walk with the stick in that, so I'm like rocking quite a lot. But with the gimbal, like anyone else that uses them, it just holds it still. You're still moving your hands around like that, but the camera's just still solid. It's
like going to the movies and watching the camera work at a movie theater, where it just pans real slow,
yeah,
and real easy and steady. And I think it's brilliant.
I mean, it's a game for me when I do my walking around and stuff like that. It really is. It's brilliant. I mean, I'll give you a little bit of him. Me and the family, we're going on a holiday next week. It's nothing like abroad or nothing like that. It's going to be a UK breakaway, so we're going to be doing a lot there. The kids are going to be doing a lot of filming. We're all going to be doing something. And I ordered the chest mounts as well. So if the kids or whatever goes on a ride or a roller coaster or something like that, then you can get the footage straight from that as well.
See, that's cool. That's cool.
So it's going to be a 3-parter, because I'm going to be doing it from a Friday to a Monday. So I've got to cut it in parts, obviously, but it's going to be mad because it's just out and about constantly, and it's going to be rides, fairground rides, amusement parks, and various other things. I'm not going to say too much, obviously, but it's going to be well worth watching. It really is.
Absolutely. Well, anything you put out is well worth watching. I love watching your stuff. Busby said to Stuart, Stuart, you may not want to interrupt Shannon while she's napping. It could be dangerous. Busby knows Shannon pretty well. Stuart said he'd be gentle. Stuart, we really have to have a talk, son. Pam and I are going to have a talk as well. Pam is Stuart's wife. Let's see here. Don't want to miss anybody.
After the breakaway, there's going to be some more more magnet fishing videos coming out. So
yeah. Now, do you have any idea what magnet you're going to get from Kratos?
There was one. I can't remember what it was called now. Armitage, is it? I think
Artemis.
Artemis. That's it. Yeah.
Let me tell you, brother, that's a nice magnet. We got one as well. That's the one I was using before I got to the Titan. And let me tell you, you can throw that Artemis all day long, and it won't hurt you at all. Plus, it picks up anything the Titan will.
Yeah, so I'm gonna get one of them first, and then just work my way up, because that's what I've always done.
Yeah. You'll be happy with the Artemis, I promise you. I got to the Titan, and I throw it all day, but it hurts after a while. It's a little heavier, but
I can't do much because I've got a dodgy shoulder, you see. So it's I think do just fine for the meantime.
Yeah, absolutely. I've got a torn rotator cuff as well, and I'm not going to have surgery on it, so I got to take it in stride when I use my Titan. But Shannon uses the Artemis now, and she absolutely loves it, and she finds everything. And I mean, she finds everything. She makes me mad sometimes.
I have seen she does tend to pull out the better stuff, shall I say?
Yeah, she really does. I mean, I don't know what it is. I mean, I'm casting in the same places, doing the same stuff, I'm not in as many trees as she is, but
I know exactly how you feel with that because I mean I pull my stuff out, but it's always Byron that pulls the best stuff up. Always.
yeah. Well, you need to steal that one piece from Byron, which I think you did.
He's got it in the cabinet. So because we had it checked out, and it is what's the word? It's completely deactivated. You couldn't do nothing with it, even if you tried. It just crumbles. The insides. Yeah.
But it is a one of a kind find, and I mean, I'll tell them what it is if you want me to. It doesn't.
It's 18. Oh, was it 1880? Is it 85? I think it was. 1885.
I thought it was 83. I thought it was 83.
83. It's 83 or 85. I can't remember exactly what it is, but it's an old Winchester rifle. But it's only just the trigger. We've got the trigger mechanism at the bottom and the butt. That's it. All the rest of it, it's like it's been cut down the middle. And it's been so long that the insides are crumbled out. So it's just the frame basically of it.
And here's the thing. It's not a reproduction. It's an original 1883 Winchester rifle. It's a one of a kind find. We won't show it on here, but because last time we showed something like that, we got deactivated.
Have a look on my YouTube channel. You'll see it on there basically. If you want to have a look, see what it's like.
Absolutely.
But we were out with North Ants magnet fishing, and we went out just this little spot, and we were all just standing around, and Byron's threw it in. He pulled a number plate up, just a standard number plate. I don't know how. There must be a bit of metal or something stuck between it or something. And it dropped. So he put the magnet down to pick whatever it was up again. And when he pulled it up, it was on the end of it. It was like, what? Again. Everybody was like in shock about it. It was amazing. And he's always done it. I mean, Byron, he's pulled out 12 gauge shotties. He's pulled out the best night. He's pulled out explosives. He's pulled out. He's done it all. He's done it all. And yet, I just get the scraps, basically.
Yeah, I know the feeling. I mean, I pulled. Don't get me wrong. You and I both have pulled up some great stuff, but it seems like our partners in crime seem to pull up some of the better stuff. I mean, I pulled up a World War II artillery shell, but you know, Shannon pulls up revolvers. She's pulled up antique toys galore, locks. Oh my God, I can't tell you how many locks she has found. She is like the lock queen, and we love the old padlocks. And I mean, I bet you we've got probably 100 of them now. All of them from the late 1800s to early 1900s.
I mean, my prize is my. That's my fault. Like my prize possession. I love that. That's my.
Oh, your 50 cal.
Yeah, that World War II, from a Browning machine gun, come from a Spitfire or a bomber plane. That's
okay. Yeah, that is a great find. Hey, I just want to mention next Saturday we're going to have Miss Terry and Mr. Paul from North Ants on the live. If you're still here, Terry and Paul, don't forget me.
I'm not going to say too much because obviously people might not have seen the videos of North Ants, but go watch North Ants' latest video, guys.
Absolutely.
You will see how naughty Paul's been. But that's all. I'm not saying nothing else.
Absolutely. I'm not going to spoil it either. No. Let's see. Busby said, yeah, Shannon pulled up that conductor figurine down in Nashville. She's the only one. And this might make people mad, and I'm sorry if it does, but she pulled up the coolest find in Nashville and didn't get recognized for it. I don't think. But she pulled up a 1959 Mr. Conductor figurine from Thomas the Train.
That's cool, that is.
And it's an amazing find. Amazing find.
I saw that little figurine. It's a lovely thing. That is. That really is lovely.
Let me show you one of my favorite finds. Now they found one of these down in Nashville as well. I think it was James Kane found it.
Oh, that's nice.
You see how well they cleaned up?
Yeah.
1870. They're called shake hatchets. They used to put the roofs on the old cabins with these. And I mean, it turned out gorgeous, I think.
Yeah, no, that is really nice.
I'm gonna try to get a handle. I'm gonna try to age a handle up for it and put it back together, and I'm gonna hang it up on the wall.
Yeah, it's great when you get items like that. It's you can get it back to how it was, and then just show the beauty of it at the end of the day.
Yeah,
it's just finding the stuff and bringing it back to life again instead of just scrapping it.
Yeah, absolutely. And we talk about Shannon Smythe. Shannon was the first one of us to find a axe head. We seen everybody in the world pulling up axe heads, but we figured out a way to date these things. We've actually got people in my phone that can actually date stuff. And I think it's brilliant. She actually found the double-headed axe. The axe on both sides. She was the first one to do that of us. Let's see. Annie B said, I shared this live, brother. Thank you, Annie B.
You, Andy?
Busby said, Paul has been naughty. Not Paul. Yes, he was.
Yeah.
Paul says, we will be here Saturday. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Looking forward to it. Andy Bannister said that was awesome, that conductor.
Yeah, that
Andy
was.
B says that's a Ringo Starr collectible. How right you are, Andy B.
Yeah, that was nice. When I saw that, it was really nice little find that.
Yeah. And we need to get that thing hung up or put up on. I think she got it up on her. She's got it up on her little shelf-like thing. I can't think of what it's called.
Sometimes it's not all about weaponry or other things like that, or wartime stuff. It's just the little tiny things like that sometimes that make more of it.
Yeah, and I'll bet you, I will take a bet right now that Shannon and I have probably, outside of button collectors, I bet you we have the biggest collection of buttons in the United States besides button collectors.
Like that. Like that. No, that was a token, wasn't it? That you donated to the museum.
Now, see that right there to me means more to me than any kind of weaponry, or anything like that. That little they call them scripts. I call them tokens. It's what coal miners used to buy their goods back in the late 1800s, up until the 1920s. And this particular coin, this particular token, was from the area that my family was born in southeastern Kentucky, and that's what made it more real to me. And I don't understand how it can be here.
But it now sits in a nice museum, doesn't it? It's what it is. It's for everyone. Like Ezra can go later on in life, go, oh look, yeah, no,
Oh, you're talking about the token we put in the museum.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. That was a L&N railroad token. Yeah, that was. I forgot all about that. Shannon, guess who pulled that up?
Say that again.
I said, guess who pulled that one up?
Shannon.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, she pulled that up, and it was almost garbage. I mean, that was back when we kind of first started out. We were just taking stuff off her magnet and throwing it in there, but she happened to look at it closely and brought it to me, and I started knocking stuff off of it. It turned out to be an L&N token, and L&N did not make an abundance of them. That's like a one-off. It's like a one thing. Took it to the museum, the railroad museum here in Kentucky, and they said they have never seen anything like it. And I said, well, it's yours. I said, as long as you put our names on it and dedicate it to my grandson.
Exactly. And then in time, when he gets older and he has kids, he can show that item if you can. You know what I mean? And
yeah, and that's the thing. Why we do this is, we're going out to clean up the environment. Yes, number one. Trying to make it better for everybody to go to the public areas and go swimming or fishing, make it safe for them, make it safe for the animals. I want my grandson to be able to go down there and go swimming sometime. But I want my grandson to be able to look at, and this is why we do YouTube. I want him to be able to go back anytime he wants to see his grandmother and his grandfather on TV doing what we do.
And you guys do, trust me, I've seen your videos, and some of the stuff's just amazing what you do.
Hey, Nigel's in the house. What's up, Nigel, brother?
Happy birthday, Nigel.
Happy birthday to you, brother. Glad to see you on here. Nigel's going to be on a live on the 20th, I believe. Nigel says, thanks to everyone for the birthday messages. Brother, you're more than welcome. You're catching up to me in age, Nigel. I'm gonna wait up on you and let you pass me by. We got Corey from Corey's Magnet Adventures in the house. What's up, buddy?
Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Everyone hit that thumbs up button as well. That'd be brilliant if you can.
Yeah, we really appreciate it. But talking about history, what about the history that you found when you were out with Nigel?
The rifle. That's the rifle. Oh, the plaques.
Yeah,
Plaques. Yeah, that's a very funny one. That just obviously magnet fishing away, putting all sorts of stuff out, and I come across this big round disc basically, and something, when something bugs you, because I pulled it out, chucked it on the floor, didn't think nothing of it. But then it was bugging me. As I picked it up, I showed Nigel it. And Nigel was having a look at it as well. He was bashing it around a little bit with his little hammer and stuff like that. And we both said, don't know what it is. Oh, it's just a thing. It's one of those. You know what I mean? So, okay, it's fair enough. So I went back. I chucked it on the scrap pile. And it hit it at a certain angle. And it just went, ching, opened up. And when I saw it, I was like, whoa. And I showed Nigel it, and it was like phenomenal what it was. It almost ended up crap.
Yeah, that plaque is crazy, man. I've never seen one like that before.
Nor have I, because it's Wonders Food Limited, which went to Ovaltine. Ovaltine Company afterwards, and then it's gone to Ovaltine, and now is actually Twinings now own the rights for it now as well.
Twinings owns that now, huh?
Twinings own the rights for Ovaltine now, so it just went on from there. But I still can't find much about the plats or what it actually made. That's the problem. I can't find like a specific tin or a bit of plat or something. I can't find anything with that logo. What I have, that's the problem. And everyone I've asked, they like don't have any idea. I do apologise. So it's like, ugh. So it's one of those mystery items, but it's a very nice mystery item.
Nigel says, hope everyone is doing well. He also says he's got the Ovaltine one.
Yes. Yep. That was a very nice. See, I thought I had the best one. And then obviously, you know what Nigel's like. He's like, nah, not having that. He gets the other one out. But no, Nigel one, I will say it's a beautiful piece. A beautiful piece of what he's got.
Yeah. Well, you know what? The one thing that people really don't realize when it comes to Nigel, when he goes fishing, he's out there a long time.
Don't I know it?
Nigel's out there for a long time.
If I'm not getting directions by Terry, I'm sort of like running around the countryside, literally.
Exactly. You know, Nigel may put out a 30-minute video, but how many hours is he out there doing that?
But I will say, when you go out with Nigel, what you see on the videos is what he's like.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's a great, I'm not bigging him up for any reason. I'm just being honest. He's a great bloke. He has a laugh with you. He knows his stuff. He knows what he's doing. And he just get on with things. And he, as well as everyone else that goes with him, Terry, Paul, everyone, they're all amazing people. It's just such stuff. And honest to God, it's just they know what they're talking about with the stuff that comes out as well.
Yeah. And let me tell you, Terry has got some awesome finds herself. So does Paul.
Yeah.
But you know, it's like I always say, if you want to find stuff, you got to put the time in.
Yeah, I mean, it's all right going, just getting in the car and go, right, okay, we'll just go there. It's okay doing that. You may come across some good stuff, but it's the research. At the end of the day, it's the research and the location you got to pick just right to get the good stuff.
Exactly. And I'm like you. You know, I'm not trying to build Nigel up or Northants up because they don't need building up. They, you know, their library of work shows what they are. And like you said, the way he is on camera is the way he is in real life. I've talked to him, you know, not face to face, you know, in person. I've talked to him face to face on the phone, and he's exactly like he is in person. And I'm talking about late at night here. He's still working there. You know what I mean? You got to put the work in. You got to put the work in to get the good out of life.
I mean, when you go out with him, it's an absolute pleasure to go out with him. It really is. And he's just.
And here's the thing, Nigel just said, he said, life is too short to be miserable. Go out and have fun. That's exactly it.
Exactly. Well, try to have fun if Terry don't send you in the wrong direction. Isn't that right, Nigel?
Yeah, as long as Terry don't send you back into the trees.
Yeah, no, I walked into the tree. That's my own fault.
that was your fault.
Thing is, I ducked the first time to walk past it. And then when I turned around and go back the other way, I just forgot to duck. Bang! Straight on the bridge of my nose, just there.
Nigel says, we ain't better than anyone else, and we will fish with anyone. I know you will, Nigel. I'm still waiting for y'all to come to the States and fish with us. Busby said, with my single-sided magnet, all I've found so far is fishing gear and bottle tops. Busby, brother, just keep at it. You're doing the work. Get the crap out of the water, and eventually something will come to you.
See, we were like that when we first started off. We were just getting the small bits and pieces, and it started getting to a point where it's like, well, you see all these YouTube videos, and it's like, well, I want to start getting some decent stuff. but it just wasn't happening. And then all of a sudden, it just started picking up. And once you start looking into the places, and then after that, it just picked up, and then that's it. You're hooked.
Yeah, and I mean, it's totally amazing how it will just click on just like that. You know, you may go for months without finding anything. You know, I mean, we've put out videos that we have not found we have found absolutely nothing. But what is the purpose of going out magna fishing in the first place? It's to clean up the waters.
Exactly.
That's why we're doing it. Let's see. Stuart said that Nigel is okay, I suppose, and then he laughed out loud, said, "Speak Thursday, Nigel." I guess Stuart is going out with Mr. Nigel on Thursday. Nigel said, "That was fun for me, Barry." Terry says, "Don't blame me. That was all his tree." Claire says, "He's naughtier in real life. Ask Terry." Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's off the camera. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
Nigel says, "I got a nice present for my birthday, and it will be used on the videos, and it will bring something different that nobody else has done." Awesome, Nigel. Can't wait to see it, brother. Terry says, "Have you worked it out yet, Nige? Let's all go to Wisconsin for next year's Trash for Cash." I'm sorry, Annie B, but unfortunately, we will not be able to make it to Wisconsin. Andy says, "Was it a two-parter, Nigel?" Paul says, "He is worse in real life."
No comment. No comment. I'm not saying nothing.
Well, as you said, real life with Nigel is same as real life on the camera. It's the same thing. And I will say this: there's no friendlier person in the world than Nigel has been to us, and I truly mean that. Nigel is great. Let's see. Annie B says there's an event by Flying Arrow in Iowa. Yes, I know, Busby, but unfortunately, we won't be able to go to either one of those simply because it's too far of a drive. 9-10 hours in a car. We just can't do it, unfortunately, anymore. The 3.5 hour, 4 hour drive to Nashville was about all we could stand. George, Nigel, and I have a Thursday night chat going on. Okay. Well, I hope it's a good one. Let's see. Nigel says, "I agree, Paul, but kids watch the videos." And Paul says, "Barry, you know it's true."
Definitely.
And it looks like Stuart and Nigel have a date on Thursday night. Stuart, I'm telling Shannon.
Yeah.
Andy B says, "George, Nigel is awesome." Yes, he is.
I'll show you this, Nigel. These are what I pulled out dumpster diving.
Oh, yeah. I tell you, Barry, those are some really good finds. I love those.
There's that one, and that one's just a
Awesome. Oh, and Nigel, I have not forgotten about the thing, the palm. It's going to be taken care of, brother. Let's see here. Corey, I wanted to ask Corey, is your hand doing better? I think you hurt your hand recently. And Barry, your legs, how are they doing? Are they doing okay?
Legs, I mean, I've got basically my knee is constantly swollen because I've had a artificial knee put in. That was about 9 years ago, and they said it's got a crack in the thing in the artificial knee, but they wanted to redo it. But I had 10 operations on just one leg, and the last one I had a reaction and I died 4 times on the operating table. So
My God,
I'm done with that. So I can't do it now. I've got arthritis in both my legs and my hip, my leg, and the left leg is just all the way down. It's just I've got loads of various other things as well. It's just all really so many problems I have. Plus, I've just got diagnosed with an underlying heart problem as well now. So
yeah.
that's quite a good
Well, and that's what concerned me this week with you. I know the norovirus was going on, but you had the heart condition going on as well, and I just, it worried us really bad. It's like me and Shannon always say. We say this about our daughter and our grandson. I got to know exactly where you are, because how else am I going to get to you? Well, I can't get to you, Barry. And it just really worried us. So, and I know I say this to you all the time, but please, if anything like this happens again, have Byron or Lisa, somebody reach out to us, because we were really concerned.
Yeah, it was just a nightmare. I mean, like I said, it was a suspected heart attack. They diagnosed me with. I was in there for hours, and now they've done these tests, underlying heart problems, but they're still looking into more tests as well at the minute. So that's why it's been a little bit. Nothing's been posted on YouTube for a little bit. I've just been taking a little bit of a step back at the moment until next week. Then it all kicks off again. So, but
Yeah.
if you guys, when I'm doing this, it's like I've got a little bit of pain. It's nothing to do with that. I've got a shoulder problem, which is it's a nightmare.
Yeah. I totally understand that. You may want to look into that. That may be, and I'm saying this because I know what it feels like. And Johnny from Johnny's Corner has got the same issue. He's got a torn rotator cuff. And if it's a torn rotator cuff, they don't heal on their own.
They've had this thing about a month now, so
yeah. Corey said no, it was his foot that was broken, but it's all better. But he's got to be careful. Nigel says, Barry, your stubbornness will keep you going. Amen to that, Nigel.
Oh yeah, it will do. It will keep you going. Trust me.
Yeah. You know what I forgot? I forgot I could do this. I could put comments up. Man, I tell you what, man, I get to talking and I forget things. I'm sorry that I forgot to do that. I should have been doing that all along.
See that one? Yeah, that's all good. Yeah, but that's the thing, though, isn't it? I'm old school. Like a lot of people these days, if they hurt themselves, we'll just carry on. You cut your finger, just put a bit of toilet paper on there with duct tape. You know what I mean? That's what help. It's not like youngest. Oh, I've got a paper cut. I've got to go to hospital. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's like me. Shannon thought I was crazy one time. I cut myself with a knife, and I went and grabbed a bottle of Crazy Glue and pinched it together and closed it up, and just went on about my way. And that's just what we did. That's just what that's what we do. And I actually learned that while I was wrestling, professional wrestler for a little over 15 years. And when we got cut in the ring, we get backstage and we'd pull a Crazy Glue and squeeze it together and do the next show,
See, now Nigel's just said I'm doing well. I've lost a lot of weight. I don't really notice it, to be quite honest myself these days. So I'm just carrying on doing what I'm doing. But it's just a nightmare with that, especially when you get took out for dinner. But no, thank you, Nigel. I am still trying to lose the weight though, but I'm getting there.
You're doing very well with that, and I'm proud of you. You and I both have lost quite a lot of weight over the last couple of years, and you know, I find myself actually throwing the magnet better after I lost weight, and not only feeling better, but moving around a lot better.
Yeah, a lot of things have improved with me losing a lot of weight, but there's still got loads of issues I've got to sort out.
Yeah.
No problem.
Nigel says insulation tape and blue roll fixes everything. Oh Lord, you stuck a screwdriver all the way through your hand. Good grief, Nigel.
It's like I say to the kids when they're, oh, I need a plaster. I need a plaster. I said, hang on, I'll give you a special plaster. A bit of toilet paper with duct tape. They're like, special plaster, stop me. You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah, absolutely. Annie B says she used super glue when she broke a cup, and at the time her husband super glued it shut. Yep.
Trouble is, I can't use super glue because I'll end up gluing my hand to something, and then it's just.
Now, see, that's the problem I had too. Anytime I cut myself and I use super glue, I end up sticking my fingers together.
But it works though, Nigel, doesn't it? It works. That's the thing.
Yeah, I mean, duct tape and super glue does amazing things.
But that's the difference between the old school people and people now. They'd run straight to the doctors or the hospital with the slightest of little things. But the old school people are like what we've just been talking about: duct tape, glue. You know what I mean? Whatever they can find just to stop it, and it worked.
Yeah, my dad used to say, "I'll rub some dirt in it; it'll be all right." And he was right. Just carry on. Just do what you got to do. But in a way, that's wonderful and that's great. But in another way, look at what we've done to ourselves over the years.
Yeah, and if you can get through all those years as a child with the lead-based paints and everything, you know what I mean, and like climbing trees and falling out of him and things like that, and we're all fine. But it's just these days they just want to, exactly. They just want to call an ambulance when they break a nail. It's true. That is 100% true.
Absolutely.
That is very true.
Terry, can you swing by Kentucky and pick me up if you're baking bread for tomorrow?
Terry does amazingly when they're out. She really does. She's a right superstar when you're out. She's,
yeah, I mean, it looks like it.
Yeah, she's brilliant. She multitasks absolutely everything, and she's brilliant. She really is, and Paul is as well. You know what I mean? So,
oh yeah,
so far brilliant people. Drunk so much water.
My magnet mom is awesome.
She is amazing, I will say.
Yeah, she seems like she is. I know that I love watching the video. I love watching their videos. And I sometimes, I'm commenting as I'm watching them on my phone, and I'll end up having like 30 comments on there. And but hey, that helps. That gets everything in the algorithms.
Just don't ever upset Terry, because she may be short, but she's at the right height to get you unexpectedly.
Absolutely. Uh, you gotta watch those. And how can I put this the politically correct way? You got to watch those short people.
No way to put it politically correct. Gonna get you there.
That wasn't politically correct. My wife happens to be a short person, and I'm telling you, you got to watch out for her.
So's mine. So Lisa, she's 5'4". So yeah.
Yep. Yeah, Shannon claims to be 5'6", but she is 5'4". I don't care what she says. And I'm saying that because she's not in here right now.
Yeah, I'm outside, so I can say what I want at the minute, but the windows are open, so I've got to keep it down a little bit.
That's hilarious. Whoa, about dropped the phone and about hit every button on here. Is everybody still there?
Yeah, I am, yeah.
Okay.
Grounded.
Claire is a height restricted person. Oh, that's the politically correct way to say it. Okay, height restricted person. I was going to say, Claire, you're kind of tall. Oh my goodness. Terry says still here. North Ant says, bet she'll still put you on your backside, George. You're absolutely right, Nigel. If I can keep her out of the trees, she would put me on the backside. I always blame Roger for her getting in the trees or for me getting in the trees, but it goes deeper than that. I think Shannon just loves being in the trees.
But you're not a magnet fisher until you either pull out a shopping trolley or you get stuck in a tree or a bridge.
Absolutely right. And Shannon's got a couple trolleys out. I just recently got my first one out.
Blimey. I was talking to my niece today, Megan. She wanted to go to a spot. She came out magnet fishing once with us. And she said, oh, we'll go to this place here. I said, okay. Yeah, 10 shopping trolleys we pulled out of the same bit. And the 3 of them were still chained to each other.
Oh, my gosh. That's crazy.
She ain't been out since with me. I won't let her out.
That's crazy. Now, see, I got a small trolley a couple years back, but I just recently got my first big trolley, and I was actually proud of that. I was pleased as punch. I know everybody else hates them, but we got a lot of trolleys we still got to get out.
Excuse me. The only trolleys that are a good trolley are the ones that actually still work, because at least you can chuck your scrap in them.
Yeah, absolutely. That works out really well. Another thing that Shannon does really well is she loses buckets.
Oh, yeah. Buckets, gloves. Yeah.
Oh, I don't even want to talk about gloves. My daughter, the first time she went fishing with us, I had this pair of gloves. They were the perfect magnet fishing gloves. Never had anything like them since. And when she threw her magnet out, the glove went with it. That was when the water was very high, and there's no finding it now.
We had a pair of gloves that disappeared. We were just magnet fishing away. We had a break and went to just get the gloves again, which we only put just by our feet, and they were gone. It was like there was no dogs walk past. Nobody went near us. We didn't throw the magnets in. We couldn't even fight. We never found them ever again. They just disappeared.
And I'm being honest here. In the 4 years that we've been magnet fishing, Shannon has lost probably half a dozen buckets.
Blimey. It's easily done though. It's just that you cast in, and the rope just gets either wrapped round or whatever. It just takes everything out with it.
Well, Shannon has since the past couple of months has rectified the problem. She got a long piece of paracord, tied it to the bucket handle, and tied it to the wagon. So now she doesn't lose buckets.
I mean, I do a silly. I keep the bucket close, obviously, but I do. I tie it off. If I can tie it off, I'll tie it off. But otherwise, I'll put it around my wrist. Now, I will literally like get the carabiner, put the carabiner around, right? Put it around, then pull it tight, then just wrap like that. So I know I've got the rope. But the only problem is with that is for whatever reason you can get dragged. That's the problem because it's wrapped around your arm about 3-4 times. And it's not a very stable way of doing it, unfortunately.
Yeah, absolutely. And well, with the magnets, I always tie off to my walker.
Sorry, Nigel just put up. So someone stole my gloves at the first collab, worried that what they're going to do with them.
Yeah.
I ain't.
Well, I'm a little scared. I hope it wasn't a doctor that found them because they may be doing some kind of exam with them on an amateur doctor.
Someone's probably got them at home in a picture frame, like putting a picture frame saying Northampton.
Paul says, well, they haven't cloned you yet, Nigel. Well, how do you know that, Paul? How do you know he's not been cloned yet? And to see, it could be the clone doing the videos and magnet fishing.
Hey, there's only one way they say about you can find out what a clone is by looking at their belly button. And I'm not looking at Nigel's belly button. You can forget about that.
No, we're not going to do that. That's lucky, Paul. Terry couldn't handle two of me. I don't think the world is ready for two of you, Nigel. That would be hilarious. But no, my daughter lost, like I said, my favorite pair of gloves I'd ever had. And I've never been able to find those type of gloves anymore. And now we go through gloves like they're Q-tips or something, man. Can't find a really good pair of gloves that I like.
See, we got these big red rubber gloves that obviously put when they come up to about here. They're good. I mean, they really are good. But the trouble is, though, you have to wash them out every single time you use them on the inside because it's like an ammonia smell after you use them. And it's just awful. So you have to keep washing out because otherwise it goes funny inside. It's just, but they are good when for stopping water.
Yeah. The ones we've got are using now. I'm sorry, I'm reaching for something. The ones we're using now, I like them, but man, they sure do stink after you use them. Like you say, you gotta wash them thoroughly, or do like I do, leave them in the bucket and forget about them for a week.
That's the
Then go out to your car and you smell them. And, I'm not ashamed to say this. Our car, a lot of people have seen it in the videos. It is a 2007 Pontiac G6, and it has gone through the ringer, brother. And it carries scrap, magnets. It stinks. It's got walkers piled up in the back of it. I mean, but that's our family car. We love it.
Well, that's the thing. When you've been magnet fishing, once you get the smell of the canal. So what you're saying, don't go swimming in canals. I don't swim in canals. I can't do that. I don't do anything near canals. Not much these days, isn't it? No, once you get the smell of the canals and rivers, you don't lose that smell. Because you can be walking around or whatever day-to-day business, and all of a sudden you'll get a sudden smell of that river or canal, and you're like, I smell a canal. But I tell you, the worst one I ever have smelled, and everybody else who went there is going to say the same thing, is Birmingham.
I was getting ready to say that.
That is the worst one I have ever smelled. It was sludgy. It was jet black, oily. It was like almost, you could almost say like sewerage smell.
I was
Oh,
I was getting ready to say that, and the reason I was going to say that, I have no idea what it smells like face to face, but I watch a lot of videos, a lot of magnet fishing videos in the UK, and I mean a lot. And that is the nastiest water I have ever seen on camera.
it's a nice little location, that is, but the water is just awful. I've never fished in anything like that at all. Yeah, Busby, I tell you what, there are some great stuff in the Birmingham canals, but that one specific one, oh,
Oh no! Look what Nigel said.
you know what? I don't think you'd manage to get that through customs with the smell of it.
I don't think there's any danger of it going through customs.
But no, it is. Oh yeah, they are awful. They are awful. It's just I've never.
Now, I like it when people go to Sheffield, like Paul is talking about there, because you're going to find knives in Sheffield.
Yes, I've seen them.
I think you will, because that's where a lot of knives are made, is in Sheffield, right?
Yeah, you get a lot from Sheffield. Yeah, knives and stuff. Yes.
Especially a lot of the kitchen knives. I know.
I mean, it would be a good place to go. And unfortunately, though, it's too far out for go to for that. But it's a good place apparently. I've seen a few people do that.
Busby says he'll send me $20 if I drink that canal water when you send it, Nigel. Well, guess what, Busby? No, absolutely not. But let me just say this: when we found those over 1,000 brake pads in that one area in that short time, I brought in an EPA scientist. I met with him there at the location, and he told me secretly that, well, it's no secret no more because I'm going to spill it, that Kentucky has the nastiest waters in the U.S.
And with
And that amazed me, because some of the prettiest locations I've ever seen are in Kentucky. And I mean, it's like that water that we fished. I mean, we've got some beautiful locations there.
well, that's the thing, isn't it? I mean, everywhere is beautiful to go. I mean, my hometown, the pond we cleaned was full of sewage. Oh, the pond, yeah, I know that one. That's a bad one as well. If that's the same one we're talking about. The places you go, like my hometown, I've magnet fished that loads. I still love going there. It's a beautiful location, beautiful little town, lovely canal that runs straight through it. But the stuff that's in it is just so dangerous, and you don't realise. You don't. The stuff that's in it. It's just unbelievable. My hometown, like I said, it's a beautiful, but under that water, it's just phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that. Sheffield gave me, yeah.
Yeah, Nigel. We know you got a cannon. Yeah.
So I think I missed that. Did you get? What was that? You got a cannon with it? No, I'm joking. Yeah. No, that cannon that was a find. That was the others as well, but that was just.
Well, I got something that's going to make Nigel jealous. I was going to wait and show it on a video, but I'm going to show it now on live, and it's going to make Nigel so jealous, in fact, that he may stop being my friend after he sees this. Are you ready, Nigel, to see this? I haven't put it on video yet. I was saving it to do a big reveal on a premiere or something. But look what I got. Yeah. Now what, Nigel? Now what, brother? I got a real cannon. I got the real deal.
Everyone's getting a cannon.
That's funny. I didn't find that it was actually bought after we saw Nigel get the cannon.
Oh,
I thought I would reveal that and make Nigel a little jealous. Let's see, Sheffield Game Cannon, dangerous. Sounds like my sort of place, Barry.
dangerous sounds like my sort of place, but yeah, my hometown it's a lovely place, like I said, but it's just so much crap under there. It's just trying to get out. There are some big heavy stuff in there which I've never been able to pull out, but it's own to pull up a couple of items out of there which I had to have the police out of there. So, but it's a hit or miss. It's either going to get something or you're not getting anything. It's not a place where you'll get, you know what I mean? You get dribs and drabs. It's like you either get something or you don't.
Yeah, and that's the thing. And I mean, we're in a location where honestly, we probably could find a cannon because there were Civil War skirmishes here. You know that the Civil War in America was from 1860 to 1865, and we found some Civil War memorabilia, but we have yet to find a cannon or a cannonball. Now we have found some. I forget what they're called. The small balls with the seam around them. Grape shot. We found grape shot.
Sorry, mine went completely off on that one. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Nigel's did as well. Look at the comment he left.
See, I've never found a cannonball. Never found one.
And that, and I'm guessing the grape shot I guess they come from cannons, right? The grape shot.
Presume so. I mean, I haven't had much experience with anything like that, so I'm not entirely too knowledgeable about the cannonballs and all that lot. Yeah.
And let's see. The pond was vile. I'm betting it was.
That's the same place you're talking about, Nigel. I know. Yeah, that's an awful place. A lot of stuff in there, but it's an awful place. It really is.
Now, Annie B's talking about the caltropes. We've actually found one of those here.
I didn't see any of those either.
Now, see, up in the northern part of the states, they find them all the time.
Yes, that's right. Just like that.
Okay, Nigel, you take care, brother. Thanks for staying in with us for a while. We really appreciate that.
Hope you have a good evening. You're gonna
have a good birthday, brother. We love you, and we'll talk to you soon. It's a North Ants thing.
Oh yeah, it definitely is.
Yes, it is. Well, it's well deserved, though. You know that.
What about hours he puts in and effort he puts in? Everyone does with him, yeah.
Yeah. See you at 9 for the premiere. Yes, sir, Nigel. We will see you then, brother.
Yep, we'll be there.
What time is it there now?
I'm not entirely sure what time it is.
Let's see, it's 2:14 here, so you're 5 hours ahead.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, it's about 7 something by the looks of that then.
Cool. Yeah, if everybody's on here, check Nigel's premiere out at 9:00 UK time, which would be 5:00 US time. I think. No, 4 o'clock U.S. time.
Yeah, 4 o'clock on your time. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what gets me sometimes. Sometimes I'm like, oh, okay, I'll give you a ring. I'll go and give George a ring. I'm ringing him. Then I think, hang on, time difference. Shit, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. Can't do that.
Brother, you know you can call me at any time. If I see it, I will answer it, or I will pick it up as soon as I do see it. You know that.
All right, Chris, have a good one, mate. Have a good one.
Yeah, Chris, you take care, brother. Chris, he gets mad. I don't know if he gets mad at me or not, but do you remember the movie House of a Thousand Corpses? It's a horror movie with it's got an evil clown in it by the name of Captain Spaulding.
I've heard of it. I haven't seen it.
The actor that plays that part, his name was Sid Haig, and Chris looks just like him. When I met Chris in Nashville, I said, "Hey, that's Sid Haig," but hell, he's been dead for 3 or 4 years now. We had a good time in Nashville.
Oh, it's all good. It's all good.
Yes, sir. Let's see. There was something else I was wanting to talk to you about, and I forget what it was. That cathedral that you went to.
Yes.
That was one of my favorite. It's not really. I don't think you would you call that urbex, or what would you call that?
I don't really want. Just exploring the cathedral. Really, at the end of the day, I mean, it's. I'm not ashamed, but it's a St Albans Cathedral, and it's got the final resting place of the great Earl of St Albans or something like that. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it's got so much history there. It's unbelievable. It's got, when you walk in, there's even graves on the floor inside. So you're literally walking on graves as you're walking around, because they're all over the floor, and the history inside and the detail to all the stuff. It's unbelievable in there. The camera just does not do it justice. It really does.
It was beautiful, and I ended up posting it on several cathedral sites, and they allowed it. After they saw it, they allowed it. It was just amazing, the beauty of it and the history of it. Speaking of graveyards, back early when we started, I mean, we've got like 460 videos now, but like around the first 50 or 60 videos, there is a video that we did, and it's at a graveyard, and the graveyard dated back to the early 1700s, and it had Revolutionary War heroes and the War of 1812 soldiers, and the name of the graveyard is called Shannon Graveyard.
Blimey.
We said we've got to go film that because that's my wife's name, Shannon. And we got there and looked at it, man. It has not been taken care of. It is overgrown. It's right now. It's lost. It's sitting behind a Walmart, and you cannot see it because of all the growth that's up there.
See, that upsets graveyards. I mean, me and Lisa, we for the last, well, for quite a while now, for as long as I remember, we've been looking after this grave of this little girl. She died in 1977 on Christmas Day, and we took it over. We've been looking after it for a long time now. But when you see all the graves that are overgrown or broken and collapsed, or just whole things in disarray, it's heartbreaking.
Yeah, and especially, and here's what kills me is I hate the vandalism that you see at graveyards too. Why on earth would somebody want to vandalize a graveyard?
Yeah.
You know, that
Because pick on the living, they want to pick on someone that can't fight back.
exactly. That's a good way to put that. And here's what gets me, these vandals, they do it when no one's looking.
Yeah.
Do it while I'm looking. Please, I beg you to do something like that while I'm looking at it. It's going to turn out very differently.
Yeah, I mean, it happens all over the place, unfortunately. But I just don't understand why people want to do it.
I know.
Final rest place, they're doing that, and at the end of the day, they're going to be in the same situation one day. And what if someone goes and does it to them? You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And I don't know if you remember seeing it or not, but I put up some pictures of the bridge we fish under that was made back in the 1870s, and I showed you what the vandals did to it.
Yes, the graffiti.
Graffitied it up. And what's so funny is no one seems to care in this city. And I'm talking about from the mayor to the city council to the parks and recreation. They're like, oh, well.
One of those things, isn't it? They won't do nothing about it. But if it was falling down and there's a lawsuit involved, then all of a sudden they're going to want to know about it.
Yeah. And underneath that bridge, we have found wagon wheels dating back to between 1830s to 1870s.
Yes.
The bolster to the wagon is how we dated it.
That was a nice find.
I mean, yeah, we got wagon people on our phones. We got lock people, we got bottle people, we got button people, railroad people. They're on my phone, and I call them to find out information on this stuff. If I don't know anything about it, or I can't find anything about it. But the history found under that bridge, man, is just amazing. And it keeps on giving. Now I've got to go over there and do some brush cutting because the parks people won't do it. And I'm gonna try to get over there. I don't know if I'll be able to get over there today or not. I'm gonna go somewhere today. It's hot as it can be outside right now, but I'm gonna go somewhere today and brush cut and fish.
Tell you what you need is one of those hats that's got the umbrella on it.
Yeah, I do.
I've often thought about wearing one of them when you go out, because I suffer from heat quite a lot, quite easily, heat stroke and all that lot. So, yeah, put one of those hats. Brilliant, I think.
Yeah, that worries me as well, because I had a heat stroke as well a few years back on a Urbex. Now, those that know me know that I'm a hat person. I've got all kinds of hats. This is one of my favorites. This one right here makes me the Kratos cowboy.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
This is actually a different one. The one you've seen is out in the car, and it's all mushed up. I've got to straighten it out a little bit. It's got a walker laying on top of it. But yeah, I am the hat guy. I have hats. You name the hat, I've probably got it or had it once. Wow, that looks idiotic. Let me fix that. But yeah, I just can't get over the vandalism to historic property, to any property, really. I mean, it's like, would you want me to come to your house and spray paint crap on it? Foul language,
It's no matter where you go, it's going to happen. It's like over here in the UK, it's just constant. I mean, 9 times out of 10, when you watch any magnet fishers videos, there's graffiti on it.
Yeah, and it's ridiculous. The excuse that some of these people have, the excuse that the people had on that bridge was that they're memorializing their deceased friend. Well, I'm sorry about your deceased friend, but he didn't build that bridge.
It's wrong for doing it anywhere. That's the problem.
Yeah.
They just can't be just doing it anywhere like that. It is awful. It is awful to see, because you get families that are walking past there and they see the profanities that's put up on the walls as well, and the kids are reading it and everything like that.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous. Let's see. Shannon is up now, I bet. Yes, Busby, Shannon is up now, so I can't talk bad about her.
Yeah, shush, quiet now, everyone. Just stop with the comments, yeah?
But the thing of it is, I got both phones. Let's see. Stuart says, I love calling my 2:38 a.m. one morning. Hey, that's okay, Stuart. You can call me at any time. Anybody on here can call me at any time. I will answer it if I'm awake, and if I'm not awake, I will call you back when I see it. Hello, Ollie.
Hello, mate. How you doing?
Busby says, hurry, delete the live. Oh, my gosh. If anybody's going to Nigel's live at 9, please tell him if I'm not there, I am out fishing, and I will catch it a little later if I'm not back in time. Because I do want to see the premiere, but it may be later before I see it.
Yeah, but like I said, guys, you don't want to be missing my 3-parter. It's gonna be good. I think it'll probably be the best way. If I manage to pull this off, how I've got it in my head, my 3-part video is gonna be spectacular.
Yeah, I'm very much looking forward to that.
You watch. I won't get it right. I'm gonna be freaking out.
You'll be fine, brother.
Oh dear. But yeah, no, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
Ollie's going back to the area with the swan tomorrow. Yeah, I'll need to check that video out. It's great.
Oh, is that where the swan, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let me go back. Shannon just told me that I'm not going out today. It's too hot.
Is that for down the end there?
Yeah, it's 4 bits in there. I've called
Yeah, that's for the. So Lucy's just putting some food out for the fox in the garden. So we got foxes out the back. We don't tend to feed them as much, but I think probably about once a month we throw a couple of eggs out every night. They take that, but we don't tend to put nothing else out for them. But once a month we just throw a bit of chicken out there for them, and then out the front we just feed the fox out the front. So she ain't come, but she'll be out there eventually later.
Yeah, she's got cubs as well, right?
7 cubs from what I've understand.
Wow.
Where she's got her den, there's a housing estate just by it, and this lady's got a she lives on the roof of the housing estate, right at the top. Excuse me, and she watches them. She watches her come over the fence, and then she watches her go there and just gives the food to the cubs, plays with them and all that lot, and then she goes off and does her own thing.
That is cool. That is amazing. Here's my Frank Sinatra hat. That's amazing with the foxes, though, Barry. That many cubs. It's almost like it's the Chalk family house with. Let's see, they got 7, 8, 9. You got what, 9?
There's 8 of us. There's 7 of us, but we get our niece come over quite a lot. So she's sitting over there. No, we get her coming over quite a lot, so she comes down.
That is that is a lot of people. I can't. That's hard to deal with me and Shannon in the house.
So good.
plus you got your fur babies and the foxes.
Oh yeah, I've got there's say 8 of us, but I've got 2 dogs as well, plus the foxes. Yeah, so yeah.
You can hear my little fur baby in the background. She's losing her mind again. I don't know. Somebody may be at the door. She is a good watchdog. Really, honestly.
Oh, mine. You know, I mean, my oldest, 17 years old.
Oh wow! I didn't know that.
He's getting a bit.
AB is somebody at the door. I think it's Ezra.
Think it's who?
Ezra. I think my grandson's at the door. It is my grandson. She's barking at my grandson and daughter.
Kratos, baby.
I'll see if I can get him to say it when he gets in the door.
That's your that's what your intro logo, isn't it? Team Kratos, baby.
Yes, sir. Well, you made that for us. Let's see. Hey, buddy. Can you say Team Kratos, baby? You can't say it now? Oh, he's having a hard day, it looks like. I won't disturb him if he's having a hard day.
Oh shit! Ezra.
Well, look, everybody, I'm sorry. We've been on here for over 2 hours, brother.
2 hours, yeah. It's been great.
It's been great, man. I love having you on. I want you back on as soon as we can. I got more to talk about with you.
Hey, no problem at all. No problem at all. Like I said, got some more adventures coming up. 3-parter. Got some going out magnet fishing again. So it's going to be. We're getting back out there. We're getting back out there. Plus, like I said, I'm affiliated with Kratos now, which is great.
It's going to be amazing. You can't. I'm telling you, brother. You're not going to find a better person than Benny Demchik. And amazing person.
A while to get sorted out, but not them. My end, because they're affiliated with them. I'm just trying to get myself sorted now, and then that's it.
That's it, brother.
Well, thanks. Appreciate it.
Well, brother, thank you for being on. Everybody in the chat, thank you all. Hey, if you're not subscribed to Barry's channel, it's called Hertz Family Adventures. Go on over and check him out. His link is in our description, so make sure you go check him out, please. And if you haven't hit that thumbs up, please do so.
Definitely will.
Barry, we will see you soon. Terry and Paul, we will see you next week.
Definitely. Thank you so much.
You guys take care. Love y'all. Barry, you be safe, and let me know if anything changes with the arm and this.
I will.
Say hi, Barry. Say hi, Barry. Uh-oh.
Hi,
Hey, Team Kratos, baby.
Team Kratos, baby.
There it is.
Wow.
All right, guys. Y'all take care. Check out Barry on his channel, Hertz Family Adventures. Go check out Nigel. His video's coming up at 9 p.m. UK time. And we're 5 hours ahead, so it'll be 4 o'clock here. We'll see you all soon. Barry, thanks, buddy.
No problem at all. Thank you. See you later, guys.
Love y'all.
Love you.
No. Thank you, brother.